Hello everyone, my name is Rajesh Kumar and I'm your DevOps SRE DevSecOps coach. I have close to 18 plus years of experience working in multiple MNCs around the globe and having in-depth knowledge of DevOps, SRE and DevSecOps. So I would like to introduce you one certification program in a DevOps, and that is we call it DevOps Certified Professional. Now this is a 2 months of program, 25 tools of DevOps you will learn, and apart from that you will also get the access to the LMS, lifetime access to the videos portal. It's a certification program, and you will have 25 assignments and 2 projects along with it. It's a completely weekend program, so here you have classes on Saturday and Sunday. So as part of this course, you will learn multiple things. Here you see that you will learn Linux, AWS, Docker, Jira, Confluence, Python, Git with GitHub, SonarQube, Maven, Gradle, Packer, Artifactory, Selenium, JMeter, Ansible, Kubernetes, Helm, Terraform, Jenkins, Datadog, Splunk, and Neuralink. Now, how do we, apply for this? So how can you reach out to us? So you have a WhatsApp number and email ID, so please reach out to us and we'll help you to onboard this program. Apart from this DevOps certified professional programs, we are offering other certifications as well in a DevSecOps, SRE, and one of the very comprehensive programs which we have is in Master in DevOps Engineering. Yeah, so feel free to get in touch with us and then enroll for it. Thank you.
So let's get started with it. Now, today I'm going to teach you Python. So the first thing, what is Python? So all of us know nothing great about it. It's a programming language, correct? It's a language just like some of the language like English, Hindi, and you know, uh, Kannada, Tamil, Telugu, you know. So it's like a language, but the language which I was talking about, we human use for the interaction. But the Python programming language which we have, which we use to interact with the machines, compute unit. Human interact with the compute unit. So for that, you need to learn how to talk to computers, right? So for that, we are learning programming language. Now, I'm going to teach you not only the Python but certain pattern. Let's say how to learn programming language. That will be more wiser topic actually. How to learn any programming language. Okay. Uh, for the sake of it, can be tomorrow. Maybe you have a Python, then day after tomorrow you may get, you know, what is it? Just give me 2 seconds. I think I'm not okay. I have recorded the session. Right?
This conference will now be recorded.
Okay. So yeah, I was talking about how to learn programming language. So these are some of the questions which you should ask yourself while learning the programming language. And that is first thing, uh, how to store the language. That is something. How to store code. That is something you have to do. And after that, how to write sample hello world program. Okay, that don't try to learn the entire programming language in a way. How to write sample hello world program, and then next question you should learn how to run code and see the output. So this is something which you have to find out. So any programming language, when you go and search for it, how to store code, how to write sample hello world program, how to run code and see output. So at least here you got a little bit of comfort. Okay. Before that, also you have to do how to install and configure language in my laptop. This is something which you have to do that. So are you comfortable with these questions, all of you? any programming language, not only the Python, but any programming language. Are you comfortable with that?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. So idea is very simple. So any programming language, if you want to learn, ask these questions from yourself. After that, ask some other questions. What are the other questions? What are the variables we have in this programming language? See, every programming language, whether you go for Python or Perl or Ruby or Java or any programming, any scripting language, you will have a variables. You will not be away, but there's a way to declare it. There's a way to variable means what? Variable means something which you want to declare once and that value, and you want to use it multiple time. Okay, so that way you can set up a variable. So let's say I'll give you one paragraph, long paragraph. Let's say I'll give you this paragraph. Now, will you be able to remember that? No, you cannot remember that. But if you set in the variables and reuse multiple times, so it will be stored in the memories of computer and you can use it as many times. So what are the types of variables which you need to learn? Okay, you need to learn what are the types of variable. Now, what are the operators? Now, these operators are very independent from programming language. You should not say, hey, this is the operator only available in Python. This is not true. If you learn operator only once, this operator will be useful for your lifetime, because anywhere you go, any programming language you learn, you will see that these are the operators which is common for all programming language. Okay, so something like it's a grammar concept. If whether you go English, Hindi, or something like that, it's the same concept. It's the same way. Operators are also same. So these two questions you have to ask next. Are you comfortable with it, all of you?
Yes.
Okay, so now you got to know, okay, what you did. Step number one you did in order to install any programming language. First you install and config that Python or Java or any language in your laptop that you validated. How to do that? I don't think so. You will get stuck. If you have a right questions in your mind, you will never get stuck. Now step number two, how to store the code. That is, some code you have to, some Java code is stored in the .java file, Python file name .py, php.php, html.html, right? So all the codes are getting stored in some files. Now how to write sample hello world program? Just focus on this, and then after that how to run it, 3 and 4. Now, after that, you should ask yourself, hey, I want to know now different types of variable which can be used in this programming language. And then after that, you should ask a question, what are the operators and how to use it. So if you are done with this and you know how much time it will take for all these questions answer, only 30-40 minutes, not more than that. Okay, after that, what you should do, step number 7, uh, you should ask a few more extra questions. What questions? So you should ask a questions like, okay, how to write conditional statement. Conditional statement. Condition means something like, if this is true, do this. If not, don't do this. Like that. If else. Condition. For example, you also in your conversation you say, hey, if the train is available at 5 o'clock, let's travel. If else, let's travel from car. Every day you use the condition. If you do this, I will do this. If you don't do this, I will not do this. Correct now? Conditional statement. Correct now? All of you?
Yes, sir.
So how to write, how to inform computer, hey computer, run this statement. I want to talk to you, but with a condition. How can I talk to you? Human. So that's how to write a conditional statement. Now this conditional statement again remains same for every languages. Now next topic which you should ask here, ask any programming language, how to loop a statement. loop a statement. Okay, loop statement. For example, running multiple times the same statement. How do we do that? For while, it's common for every programming language. Okay, so you also in a daily life you loop that things, right? If you have a kids, probably you must be saying, hey, get up at 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock. Maybe you're getting up at 10 o'clock, that's a different case, but you're looping that statement again every day, right? Correct. So how to loop a statement, and this also you should learn. So guys, this 5 and 6 and 7 8 probably it will take half an hour extra. So in 1 hour you can learn literally any programming language. What do you think, all of you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so now next problem. Next problem is something like how to create a reusing. See here, uh, reusing the things is very fundamental to the programming language. Why should I write a code for the same functionality again and again? Okay, for example, you want to have something like a addition. So why to write a code again for that? Let's create a function. Okay, function or method. Function and method which will help you to avoid the writing too much of code. So you write a function or method and give the parameter 1, parameter 2, and then it will give you the return the output. For example, pass the parameter 1 and 1, function name is sum, so 1 plus 1 will become a 2. So that way I'm talking about. So any task you see, mind it, any task you see which you think I am repeating on overall languages, so you should not write it, you should convert into function. Okay, function, or some programming language we call it function, some programming language we call it a method. Function in Python, method in Java. So you should start writing a function for it, and then you should last one, that if you have a multiple programs, then you should talk about the class and objects. Okay. So this is the class and objects. You should learn why class and object, the whole file. For example, see, I'll put it in this way. My hand is acting like one function. Okay, this my mouth is talking. So my mouth is one function, is which is job is to talk. Okay, but if you look at my body, it has a lots of function. It has a ability to see, it has ability to walk, run, think, store the data. So many functions I am having in my body, so my body will act like a class. It's like a class. Getting my points, all of you? All of
Yep.
you? So now we have reached to the end point of it. So that means what you do, you write a multiple function in one class, and one class you can create unlimited object, and this object will have all the function with all the expression, and your computer can talk to you and you can talk to computer. So this is the way you have how to learn programming languages. So you apply to Python, you apply to what you say, uh, Java, or any scripting languages, this concept will remain same. Okay, so now after that, the packaging part will come. Okay, so how to package the code and packaging. So packaging is like a different ways we package the software. In Java, we package through jar files, multiple. In Python, we package it through tarball, zip files. Okay, so that is the something which we have. Okay, so anyone have any questions?
This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, so now all of you understood how to learn programming language. And same thing I will follow with Python also. So are you having any questions, any doubts so far?
No.
No.
Okay, so now let's go step by step how to install Python. So guys, I have done it. I'm not doing in front of you because something which can be done offline also. So if I go to the Python download, this website, and here you get executable. Next, 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 and end. I don't think so. I should teach you for that. Okay, so that is installation is done. Now after that, you install the Python. Okay, you should validate whether Python is installed or not. So how do I do that? So I'll go to the command line here and just type Python, enter, and now I see that Python 3.10 plus 4 has been installed. Okay, so this is something which has been done. So Python is installed. If you want to know Python version like this also, you can go for it. Help also will work. Help, and these are the options which you have it. Now you know what, I would, whatever the command I'm running, at least you run and go in detail. These are the options, whether you understand or not understand, but still go for that. That will definitely help you. These are the environment variable which you can set while working with the Python actually. So when you are in a production environment, these all will help you a lot. Okay, so anyways, so Python installations and configuration is done in my laptop. So done. Now next thing is how to store the code. So guys, storing the code, very simple. In Python, we have, just a second. We have py. So any file name dot py, that means this file, the code you can store for the Python. Okay, so that's all. That is second question is also done. Okay, third question, how to write sample hello world program. So now hello world programs, how do we write? So from now onwards, I'll do one thing, I'll just copy paste, so it will be faster and better. So here, so now you go to my website, type Python tutorials. Okay. Now here there is one complete reference URL. From there I'll get the all this. So I'm not going to search one by one rather than this one. Okay, so this one I have updated last month only, so you will have all this thing in an aligned way. Okay, so what I am going to do, hello world program. So here I have a hello world program, so copy this and paste it. Now if you see that here, these all are comments. So now if you have a question like how to write a comments in Python, you know that. Now this one is a, you can say you are informing while running, you are informing, hey, use this Python for, execute it. You are informing that one. So it's a Python program, default executable is this one. So right now this code is not needed because we are not in Linux, because I'm manually doing it. So it's not mandatory, it's optional. You can put it up optional right now. Okay, this can be Windows path also for your Python. Okay, and always remember that Python 3, not 2, it's got deprecated. Now next thing is, let's say if you want to have a comments in the multi-line, you say, okay, I'm very tired of giving the hash again and again every line, I want to give in one shot. So multi-line comments you have in this way, and you can make it. Now how do we write a, so what is this print? So if you have come from the Java background, public static void main print something, print lane something, right? Do you remember that? Print lane. Hello.
Yes.
So println is one a function, okay? It's a function and it requires some parameter in a string format. So this function will do nothing, but it will print on the console. That's all. It's a hello world program. Any questions so far? Any doubts? So now the question is, how do we run this? Very simple. Python, which program I stored, I don't remember, file here. And you see that it will print hello Python. So guys, this question is also completed for all of you. Right now, and this one also. Understood? Any doubts so far? Akansha, any doubts you have?
Repeat how to install Python.
How to install Python? You have to go to this website. I'll share with you. I'll share the recordings also. Just you put it in the Google Python download. It will take you to this website, and then click on this MSI file. You'll get it, and that next, and finish, and Python install. I'm not doing it in front of you because it take consume time, 10-15 minutes, and there's nothing great about it. Just installation on package. Make sense? Okay, so guys, this is done. Now, next question is, what are the types of variable you have? So you define the variable and then value. So what are the types of variable we have in Python? So for that, I need a little bit support from slides because slides has organized data. So that way it will be easy for me. So now look at this here. Huh. So these are the data types. Let me tell you here, values can be a different form. Values, I'm saying, it can be number, it can be string, it can be multiple elements of string or combined. So different, it can be a float, I mean, integer based, and float based. So many different types of values can be there. So for each different types of value, there is a different types of data types. Okay, data types. So now I'll put it in this way. Java, the one which we have, is a strong data types, and Python is having loose data types. What does that mean? Anyone have idea? What is strong data type and loose data type? Hello, anyone?
We don't have any idea.
Huh. So strong data type means you have to define when you define the variable, you are specifying this is the data type you have. Like a Java is having strong data type, but in Python you don't have to define the data type. For example, here you define num age, or let's say age is equal to 22. Now here, if you define the in Java, you put int age is equal to 22, something like this. So here what you are saying, you are defining this is strong type. So this is called strong type. So here you are defining the data type in Java, but in Python you don't have to do that. So automatically they will understand based on the definition which type of data types you have. So in Python we have, these are the data types: numeric, dictionary, boolean, set, sequence type. Again, if you go divide into numeric, which is integer, complex number, float, and if you sequence type, see the string, list, and tuple. So not every data types you have to learn now, but some of this. Now there is a one more category. Yeah, tell me.
Rajesh, like you are telling, there is no need to specify any data type here, no? Like how it will
Yeah.
identify which data type it is take.
Huh. So depends on the value, Python will automatically understand, okay, this is the number, this is the integer. Okay. And if I say like this, here I'm not specifying this is string, but automatically they will understand, okay, this is a string. So that is called loose type data types. Means Python, PHP, these are the loosely coupled data types. But Java is a strong type database, data types. Okay.
Okay, Rajesh.
Yeah, so now you can also categorize the Python data types in a two different category: immutable data types and mutable data types. Again, this is the interview questions. Please understand that. So they will ask you, okay, list. They will ask you like this: list data types. Can you can you change it? they will ask you something like that. Can you change the tuples? So if I, okay, I'll ask you one question and you have answers in front of you. Do let me know. Can you change the values of tuples?
No.
No.
Okay. Can you change the values of list?
Yep.
Yes. So now you understand this is an interview question, and any question, any broad-based company, if you are trying, they will play mostly with the tuples, list, set, and dictionary. These are the very important questions. They will ask you to write all these things. So they will say, okay, I have this tuples data types, and this is the scenarios. Can you do this? And if you can do this, then do this. Something like that. They will try to confuse you. So you have to have this in mind. Mutable data types in Python where value assigned to variable cannot be changed. Whereas immutable data types in a Python where the value assigned to variable can be changed and then cannot be changed into immutable. Sorry, my bad. Okay, so can be changed and cannot be changed. So that way you have to understand. One more thing, guys, I'll share with you one reference because this is so important topic in terms of interview. Uh, it's so important topic. So Python list, not this URL, I'll go for it, new window. So here I'm just giving you, it will be in the recording. Okay, so you have to practice it. Python list, and you see here, this is the, please spend some time, this tutorial. I have written this tutorial only for addressing the requirement for your interviews. Okay, so here difference between the list, array, tuple, and set and dictionary. These are the 5 things. And let me tell you here, if you are trying for the any broad-based companies, okay, where the entry for the interview is some programming language. Of course, you will select the Python in terms of DevOps. So in that case, you'll need to go and practice this one. Okay, so this is the like 50% of the questions, 60% of the questions it will count it. Okay, so it's a pretty long one I created for that, so but you have to spend some time to understand that. Many other tutorials are also there, list here, and then here few more options, list, array, tuple, and stuff like that. So please take it and go through that. Now many people, what they do, they also define the variables of in Python, data types in Python, in a primitive and non-primitive. Primitive means which has come in the Python 1 and 2, and one primarily, and non-primitive means the one which has come in the 2. So you see that this way you can see legacy and non-legacy, something like that. So here, now this is the complete list of data types. Here you have primitive, non-primitive. So in the primitive you have integer, float, string, and boolean. Non-primitive you have array, list, tuple, dictionary, set, file. Mind it, this all non-primitive you have a questions for the interview. Mark my word. Now again, if you search, I'll give you one pattern. So here, this pattern you search for it in the recording, you'll be there, and all the interview questions which you may have it here, I have recorded it. So example code and all, so this will definitely help you to get started with it. Example code, example code, example code, and all. Okay, so please try and see if it is helping you. Python example, see this is the one. Okay, so yes, now the question is, okay, fine. Now how it represent the different types of data types, how it represents. So look at this. Right now you don't have to remember that, but yeah, just over the practice you'll get it automatically. But you look at the number, how you define the number. Look at the strings, how do you define. Look at the list. And if you look at the list, tell me that how many component, how many elements you have in the list. Tell me, anyone, how many elements you have in the list.
3.
3. Wonderful. Now let me ask you one question. Let me ask you one questions. And that question is, look at the set. Go to the set and set versus list. In the set, can you have a duplicate value? And the list, this is an interview question they'll ask you. So in a set, can you have a duplicate value, or in the list, can you have a duplicate value? What do you think?
Set.
Set, can you have a duplicate values?
No, list, I guess. List we can have.
So set, you remember that we studied this set in standard 7th or something. Akansha, what is a set? Can you please tell me? Set in terms of mathematics.
If you would have any issues with our channel membership, you can drop an email to us at contact@devopsschool.com, or you can also unsubscribe from channel membership anytime if you don't want to continue or did not like the video. Please be kind enough to like it, and you can comment any of your doubts and queries. We will reply to them at the earliest. Thanks for watching.